It's Portland's Memorial Coliseum and opening night. Let's go to our Master of Ceremonies, Bill Schonely.
We welcome you to our 21st campaign, and our pregame ceremonies now begin. My friends, I am proud to present to you a man who was instrumental in bringing the Trailblazers to Portland some 21 years ago, and who has guided this franchise throughout its great history. And we've had great history. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of the Portland Trailblazers, Mr. Harry Glickman. Harry?
Thank you, Bill. In the 21 years of Blazer basketball, there have been many memorable seasons. One of those would be our most successful season, 1966-77, when the Blazers won the NBA championship. But last season's thrilling trip through the NBA playoffs was second to none in excitement and energy. May I now direct your attention to our Bank AmeriVision screens for some video highlights from last season.
The Blazers celebrated their 20th anniversary with the return of the original team. But few ever dreamed it was just the beginning of the party. It was a season that saw the team on top of its game from beginning to end. On the way to breaking the franchise record for road victories, the Blazers made that memorable swing through the East, winning 4 games in 5 nights. Another record falling was the franchise record for victories. The Blazers notched 59 regular season wins and flew into the playoffs with high expectations. First up, Dallas. And Portland made short work of the Mavs, rushing them aside in 3 straight games. Next, an emotional 7-game series with San Antonio in the Western Conference semifinals. Reggie Williams on the inbound play. Inbound to Willie Anderson. It's picked off by Terry Porter. Drazen Petrovic. Porter. The game is over. And the Blazers win it. And then a 6-game set with Phoenix for the Western Conference Championship. Hornacek over the timeline. He's going to drive, throws it up for 3. It's going to be short. Rebounds, Buck Williams. It's over. And the game is over. The game is over. The Blazers win the Western Conference final. And for the second time in the history of this franchise, the Portland Trailblazers will play for the World's Championship, and they could again be number 1.
Most sports authorities would agree that the Western Conference of the National Basketball Association is the strongest division in any league, in any sport. Winning the Western Conference Championship was a tremendous accomplishment. To achieve this goal takes not only great players, but great players who play unselfishly and who play together. The Trailblazers were a shining example last year. It takes a great coaching staff. And in Rick Adelman, John Wetzel, and in Jack Shallow, we have such a staff. It takes strong ownership. It takes strong ownership, and we have it in Paul Allen. And it takes a great front office, and the Trailblazers have one of the best of professional sports, with special kudos to Bucky Buckwalter and Brad Greenberg, who put the team together. However, another component of the equation is one that is often overlooked, and that is the support of our fans. Our players and coaches would be the first to agree that with the encouragement and enthusiasm of our fans who revived Blazer Mania and helped cheer us on to the Western Conference Championship, were instrumental in our success. Therefore, as we prepare to introduce the conference championship banner, we want to dedicate it to our fans. Those attending here tonight in Memorial Coliseum, those watching on television, and those listening on our statewide radio network. It is our sincere hope that in the not too far distant future, we will add a World Championship banner to the Western Conference Championship banner. To the Western Conference Championship banner, which will now be unfurled. Let her go.
Ah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Looks nice. Thank you very much, Harry Glickman. Now, my friends, the introduction of tonight's teams. First, the visiting Houston Rockets with their head coach, Don Cheney. Assistant coaches, Carol Dawson, John Killiday, and Rudy Tomjanovich, and their trainer, Ray Melchiori. Introducing first, at center, 7 feet, wearing number 5, Dave Feidel. At guard, number 11, 6'4", Vernon Maxwell. At forward, number 13, at 6'8", Larry Smith. A guard, number 20, 6'5", from Everett, Virginia, Kennard Winchester. A guard, number 21, from Georgetown, Eric Sleepy Foy. Number 32, a guard, 6'5", from Ohio, Dave Jamerson. And number 44, a forward, 6'8", out of Lamar, Adrian Caldwell. The starting lineup for Don Cheney's Houston Rockets on opening night. Starting at forward, 6'9", from Nevada, Reno, number 10, Dave Wood. The other starting forward, from Providence, at 6'10", number 33, Otis Thorpe. Starting at center, from Houston, 7 feet, number 34, Akeem Olajuwon. Starting at guard, 6'3", number 30, Kenny Smith. And the other starting guard tonight, 6'5", out of Indiana, number 42, Mike Woodson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Rockets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your Western Conference champion, Portland Trailblazers. Introducing, at 6'10", from Connecticut, number 3, Cliff Robinson. At guard, number 9, 6'5", from Brigham Young, welcome, Danny Ainge. At guard, 6'4", from Wake Forest, Danny Young. At forward, 6'10", he's wearing number 31 from Duke. Welcome, Ava Abdelnaby. At center, from New Orleans, 6'10", number 42, Wayne Cooper. At guard, from Yugoslavia, 6'5", Drazen Petrovic. Also on the team, but he is not here tonight, number 2, Mark Bryant. Now, the starting lineup for tonight's ball game. Starting at 1 forward, from Longwood, Virginia, 6'7", Mercy Jerome Kersey. At the other forward spot from the University of Maryland, 6'8", Buck Williams. Starting at center, from Eastern Illinois, the 7-footer number 00, Kevin Duckworth. Starting at guard, 6'7", from Houston, number 22, Clyde Drexler. Also starting at guard, 6'3", from Wisconsin Stevens Point, number 30, Terry Porter. Ladies and gentlemen, also on the Blazer bench, one of the best in the business, trainer Mike Szymanski, assistant coaches Jack Shallow and John Wetzel, and head coach Rick Adelman. And now, my friends, we hope you enjoy the upcoming season. Year number 21, we're going to take care of business. And we have a 5-minute warm-up, and we'll get this baby underway. Stay tuned.
Those are our pregame ceremonies. In just a moment, Bill Walton chats with his friend and former teammate, Danny Ainge.
Teams to warm up for the game. We have the opportunity to welcome Danny Ainge not only back to the city of Portland, but back to the NBA as well. Danny, it's great to have you here tonight, and I'd like to have you talk about your role with this team and what you think you can do for this NBA team here in Portland.
Well, I guess I'm going to come in and we'll find out a lot more tonight what my role is going to be. It's been kind of hard to predict what it's going to be in the exhibition season, but I'm anticipating giving Terry and Clyde a blow at either guard spot. I've played with both of them during the exhibition season, feel very comfortable at either position. And, you know, they're two great players, and just give them the rest they need so they can come back in and finish the job off.
Danny, are you going to have the green light to shoot the ball, shoot those long three-pointers, or are you going to be looking to set the big guys up more on this team?
Well, Bill, you've played with me, so you know the answer to that. You know, whether I have the green light or not, I'm going to take it until it's taken away from me.
I think the coach will give you the red light.
Well, maybe the flashing yellow, but I think Rick so far has given me the green light. We have a tremendous offensive rebounding team, unlike we had back in Boston. So I got the green light to shoot and let Jerome and Buck and Clyde go after the rebounds if I do miss.
Danny, you had the championship experience. Does this team have the ability to win the championship? Can it get the job done? And is there a lot of pressure on you in the role coming in? Everybody expects you to lead this team to the championship.
Well, I think this team definitely has the capabilities to win a championship. I think defensively, I can't believe there's a better team defensively around than Portland right now. And offensively, I think we have a ways to go, but I think we have the potential to be a great offensive team as well. And I don't feel any more pressure. you know, there's pressure on you every night in this league to prove that you're a good player, to keep the minutes on the court, and I don't feel any different here than I've ever felt. Probably less pressure here because we got so many great players.
A true champion. Danny, welcome back to the NBA. Thanks for being here tonight.
The home of the Western Conference champion Portland Trail Blazers, and tonight Blazer Broadcasting welcomes all of you around the state of Oregon and the Northwest to opening night as the Portland Trail Blazers host the Houston Rockets. Hello again, everyone. Pat Lafferty with Bill Walton courtside. Steve Jones on assignment for NBC. And Bill, let's talk a little bit about this Trailblazer team. You know how strong the club was last year. Danny Ainge has been added. How good do you think this Trailblazer team can be?
This is a great Trailblazer team, Pat. I think that everybody is picking them right now to win the NBA championship. That's a lot of pressure on the team, but hey, the great players, they look for pressure. They want that pressure. They want that responsibility on them. Ainge is not the only addition to the team. Abdel Nabi is a fine player, and he will be an excellent addition to this team. Petrovic is going to, you know, really have to come up with some new skills if he's going to get some playing time. This is a fine team that can win it all. Whether they will, it remains to be seen.
Akeem Olajuwon has been the superstar who has carried the Houston Rockets. It's still a team that seems to be looking for some direction and to move off the 500 mark. What about Don Chaney's club?
Well, this is a team that's been racked with a lot of problems. They got a big problem tonight that Buck Johnson is not going to play tonight. He's on the injured list with a bad plantar fascia in his foot. So David Wood will be in the starting lineup in his place. That'll be a big advantage for the Trailblazers. They got other problems in the backcourt with Vernon Maxwell holding out. So this is a team that's in transition. Don Chaney in the last year of his contract. They've got some problems, particularly against a fine team like Portland.
Houston leads the overall series. Portland has a slight edge here at the Memorial Coliseum. In season opening games, Portland is 14-6. The Rockets have struggled in their season openers. They are 11-12. You see the starting lineups. And again, as Bill mentioned, there is no Buck Johnson at forward, small forwards for Houston. It's interesting, too, Bill, because a year ago, the starting front line for both Portland and Houston didn't miss a single game. Now opening night, Buck Johnson is out. As you saw, Don Chaney, a former standout defensive player. And there's the dream, Akeem Olajuwon.
One of the NBA's premier players. He's going to have a big game tonight. He always has big games. He plays his best against the best competition. The Blazers are right there at the top of the competition in this league. I don't know if the rest of the players can keep up.
You'll see number 10 for the Houston Rockets. As some of you may know, that's David Wood, who went to Hudson's Bay High School in Vancouver, went to Nevada, Reno after playing 2 years of junior college ball, then played overseas in Italy and last year in Barcelona, Spain, and this year has joined the Rockets and made the club. So another hometown boy comes back.
Well, two of the players in this game, Danny Ainge and David Wood, used to watch me playing on, you know, back in the days of black and white television as Duckworth gets the tap. Great pass, Drexler.
Kersey from Clyde Drexler, and Portland takes a 2-0 lead. The NBA season is underway.
You can't start the game any better than that. A great play off the tap by Drexler.
Akeem Olajuwon guarded on the outside by Clyde, inside by Duck, shot off the mark, rebound inside. Otis Thorpe, tie game 2-2. Otis Thorpe comes in tonight playing 378 consecutive games, longest streak in the NBA. Duckworth. Whistle inside, called by the lead official, Wally Rooney.
Kersey had the good position, got it on Wood in there, and he was able to go up with a tap, and Wood, all he could do was push him out.
First foul of the ball game. David Wood. Terry Porter, entry pass inside. Room for Buck Williams, and stepped on the baseline with the drive. First turnover of the ball game. Opening minute of play, and we are tied 2-2. Pat Lafferty and Bill Walton courtside. Our executive producer and director, George Wash, his 38th year in the television truck. And the shot good. The basket by Otis Thorpe. It is 4-2 Houston leads. And, of course, a Blazer broadcasting crew of more than 40 bringing it all your way tonight. Drexler, 4-4 tie.
Both times Drexler's handled the ball tonight. Spectacular plays. The opening pass and then a great baseline drive for the slam. He looks great to start the season.
Olajuwon, the collapsing double team, and the foul is called.
As Ainge was mentioning at the opening broadcast here, as Drexler drives the baseline here, just gets the great dunk. Olajuwon a little bit too late to pick up, but Wood has got to step out and attack that ball. But I was mentioning that Ainge said at the top of the broadcast that the Blazers have the best team defense in the league, and I couldn't agree more with that. They're very strong. They got a lot of size, and with Buck Williams and Duckworth as the big men in the middle, it's just very, very difficult for teams to get anything done inside. And Otis Thorpe's going to have to shoot the ball from the perimeter, which is going to hurt their chances for winning.
The foul was on Clyde Drexler, his first. Rockets in the lead. Blazers trying to tie, and they do. Duckworth with the basket, his first of the year.
The Blazer ball movement is outstanding, Pat. They're really looking for everybody, and the maturity of last year's playoff is really going to help. The late whistle by Jack Neese.
Our officials tonight, Wally Rooney, Jack Neese, and Ron Elysiak. And there's Rick Adelman, who's done a superb job resurrecting this franchise after taking over for Mike Schuller a season and a half ago. Kenny Smith, acquired from Atlanta. Shot on the way and good. That's the question mark about Smith, is his outside shot, and perhaps about his tenacity and toughness as well. His Houston Rockets lead, age 6, 10:20 to go, first quarter. Terry Porter. Rebound, Otis Thorpe. Great matchup, Thorpe and Buck Williams. Deflected pass by Porter, and Buck Williams has it on the steal. Porter for three. Spins out. Rebound, Otis Thorpe.
The Blazers playing with a lot of confidence. I think last year's playoffs really helped them.
Penetration by Smith. Mike Woodson. Woodson, troubled by injuries, a very frustrating year a season ago, has worked very hard on his conditioning. Looking forward to a good year. Says, don't retire me just yet.
He looks real good. He struggled, of course, for many years with a bad leg, but he looks good. As Wally Rooney calls an offensive screening foul away from the ball on Buck Williams.
That's one area this year, Bill, that the NBA officials say they're going to call much more of, is watching that screen away from the ball. One preseason game, Portland was called for it 10 times. 9:40 left, first quarter, 10-6. Houston leads Portland on opening night. Hakeem. Olajuwon.
Olajuwon, one of the most mobile centers in basketball, can really play all aspects of the game. And that time, the Blazers were a little bit too soft in getting the good defensive switch.
Swarming defense around Percy. Steal. Rockets. Deep Kenny Smith. Porter chasing. And the Rockets turn it over.
When you throw that high-arching bounce pass, you've got to put a lot of backspin on it so that when it hits the floor, it almost dies and comes back to the guy who's trying to run it down.
Houston has scored 6 straight points, leads by half a dozen. 3 minutes gone, quarter number 1. Clyde Drexler. 12-8. Houston by 4.
Drexler really looks sharp. I'd try to get him the ball a lot right now. He looks on fire.
Wood to Hakeem in isolation with Kevin. And Hakeem has 6 points. Houston 14, Portland 8.
He's on fire himself. Duckworth's got to put a little bit more pressure on him. Maybe make him turn the other way rather than to his right shoulder.
A foul on the drive. It is called on Wood. That is his second personal foul.
David Wood, he'll have a lot of trouble staying with Kersey. Kersey's so active and so physical that, and Wood, without the experience, is going to have a lot of trouble. We're going to come in with Larry Smith right away and not have Wood pick up his third foul.
Quick entry, Drexler from Kersey. That's the one area, Bill, I think Portland has improved the most in from a year ago, and that is their ball handling and passing to cutters. Woodson for 3. Mike Woodson.
Missed Otis Thorpe, who was wide open underneath the basket. Buck Williams got thrown to the ground. Great pass. Speaking of the passing, Pat, one of the reasons why the Blazers are passing the ball so much better is that in last year's playoffs, whenever you play for the World Championship, even though they didn't win, you gain a lot of confidence in your ability to win. And I really think that the Blazers have that sense of confidence now that they can get the job done. People aren't looking to score so many points, rack up so many individual stats. They're going to look to just make the good basketball play, knowing that winning is where it's at, and that's the only thing that really matters.
The foul was on Olajuwon, his first. Larry Smith, as Bill mentioned, did come in for David Wood. And now Kersey, the second of 2 free throws. He converts on both. The score, Houston 17 and Portland 12.
Smith is a fine ball player, but I don't think he has the mobility to stay with Kersey.
Smith stumbles, Porter steals. Kersey on the left, Buck trailing. Pull, Kersey!
Trailblazers taking advantage of sloppy ball handling by the Houston backcourt.
7:55 left. First quarter. 3-point lead, Houston. Kenny Smith with Terry Porter. Olajuwon with Duckworth, the double team from Porter. Woodson, the rotation, open man, Smith, drive, can't score, and Duckworth the rebound. Drexler. Clyde down is up and all right. Porter. Clyde draws the foul, will go to the line and shoot two. No, illegal defense call prior to the shot. First violation, so it'll be a warning. Blazers get a new 24-second shot clock in the ball at side court. First quarter action, season opener. Pat Lafferty and Bill Walton courtside with our statistician, Stan Menashe, our assistant director, Monica Spoelstra. 17-14, Rockets lead by 3.
Buck Williams and Otis Thorpe really going at it in the low post.
And Terry Porter's shot comes off the rim to Akeem. Olajuwon led the league in both rebounding and block shots a year ago. Akeem. Fast start for Olajuwon. He has 8 points. He's made 3 of 4 from the field. Kenny Smith, 4 early assists.
Kevin Duckworth's got to get a little bit more up on Olajuwon. He's allowing him to receive the ball too easy.
Timeout, 6:54 left opening quarter. Houston leads Portland by 5.
Tonight's Ticket Back is sponsored by G.I. Joe.
What's on tap? The Blazer Cable 18-game package. And the deadline to order has been extended for 24 hours. It gives you until midnight tomorrow to call this toll-free number, 1-800-876-DUNK.
This is going to be a great team to watch this year, Pat, all the way through. A lot of talent, a lot of great basketball to be played this year.
And a lot of dreams among Trailblazer fans as Percy ties up Akeem Olajuwon. 6:43 left. Opening quarter, Houston 19 and Portland 14.
Duckworth is getting lost defensively a little bit, but fortunately his teammates, primarily Kersey and Drexler, are rotating over very quickly. And they can afford to do that because Olajuwon is not looking to pass the ball that much. He almost tipped it in.
Larry Smith had it on the baseline, and the ball goes to the Trailblazers on the traveling violation. Buck Williams, the big man out of Maryland. What a difference he made for this team a year ago. Terry Porter with Kenny Smith.
I think that Ames will make as big, if not bigger, a difference this year.
Ball stays with Portland. Our shot clock is at 8. There's Larry Smith, the Warrior. Great rebounding forward at Golden State. Went to Houston a year ago.
Mr. Mean, he doesn't even smile in the coffee shop.
Porter penetrates.
With the left hand.
And the rebound again to Akeem Olajuwon. So Houston leading 19-14 as we approach the midway mark in the opening panel. Olajuwon again. Rebound Otis Thorpe. The foul is called, and it'll be on the big O Otis Thorpe. It is his first personal foul.
It looked to me like he had pretty good position there, and that Buck Williams mistimed the jump, his first initial jump, and but the referee made the call.
Buck will come out, and the second-year forward, Cliff Robinson, will come in. Robinson has put on 10 pounds, worked very hard on his game. The coaches say the most improved player in the Blazer camp. Kersey.
And a real key to the Blazers' success. Last season and anticipated this season. That's 2 long passes they've blown there. They got to throw the short outlet in that situation.
Tried to hit the tight end deep and threw it over the goalposts. 5:47 to go first quarter. 19-14, Rockets still leading by 5. Houston has led ever since they broke away from a 6-all tie. Blazers next game on the road tomorrow night in Sacramento, and then Tuesday night our first road telecast of the year against the Lakers in the Forum. Here's Kevin Duckworth. Rebound Otis Thorpe. 5.5 to go first quarter. Rockets stagger into forecourt. Woodson pulls the trigger, missed the target. Rebound, Drexler. Porter on his left, Robinson on his right. Porter scores!
Explosive play by Drexler. He's just playing beautiful basketball tonight. All aspects of the game.
A 3-point Houston lead. Terry missed 4 shots. That's his first basket. Ball kicked around and out of bounds. Looked like indoor soccer.
Or pinball, one of the two. Spread the floor and let Drexler go.
3-point try. No pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Houston rebound. Again, Otis Thorpe already with 5 rebounds. Thorpe, kick out, Woodson. And Duckworth tracks down the rebound. Percy with Clyde, alley-oop. Turned away.
Not high enough. Kenny Smith made a great play defensively.
Larry Smith floats it up.
Set the floor.
4.5 to go in the quarter. Kenny Smith, 2-point try. Ball to Cliff Robinson. Percy lost the ball. Foul is called.
That's hard to believe that was the call there. Kersey lost the ball on the way to the basket.
And we have a timeout, Houston. 4:21 to go. First quarter, Houston by 3.
The third quarter when things started falling apart. But even though we lost, there's still a celebration. A situation Coach Wood Newton finds rather upsetting.
Jerry, turn off that damn radio.
Hey, come on, Dad. Terry didn't do anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. Please turn off the damn radio or I'll rip the knobs off and make you eat it.
Hey, all right, Tim. Good way to go, man. Now, Coach, can I ask you a question?
What?
Didn't we lose?
Yes, we did. But apparently we're not only the losingest team in the state, we're the stupidest. We don't even know when we lose.
Does that mean we're not going to have a victory party?
What the hell's the matter with you guys? Read my lips. We lost the game. There's no victory party.
For Houston, Vernon Maxwell, who wears number 11. A long holdout just came into camp. Otis Thorpe scores. Fast start for Thorpe. Bill, he has 6 points, and he has 6 rebounds.
Yeah, Portland used the press that time. They got burned on it.
4:05 to go. First quarter, 21-17, Rockets.
There's Duckworth's jumper.
Air ball. Portland may be a little tight. Maybe the expectation's so high they haven't settled into the game yet. Akeem. And Cliff Robinson gets his second rebound.
Portland is outletting the ball very well.
Next time out,
Great
Danny
pass.
Ainge will be in.
Drexler's passing has really improved.
Robinson stripped on the ball inside, saved by Clyde. Robinson blocked by Akeem. Kenny Smith fouled in backcourt by Terry Porter.
Good play by Porter. Stopped a sure fast break dunk. Smith had Larry Smith and Thorpe out in front of him as Ainge comes into the ballgame here for the first time.
So in the early rotation, Terry Porter plays 8.5 minutes. Now Danny Ainge comes in. Into the game for the Houston Rockets, Eric Sleepy Floyd. Kenny Smith comes out. Floyd has been troubled by a bad ankle. Maxwell just in camp. This has not been an easy training camp for Don Chaney. Buck Johnson also hurt. Rockets turn it over. Vernon Maxwell.
I was talking to the Houston coaching staff at practice this morning, and they said that Maxwell has not even scrimmaged with the team yet. He's right in there. He's a fine player. He was a big reason for their success last year.
Lob inside to Drexler. Scores. They'll wave it off. Rick Adelman can't believe the call. Ron Oleziak waved it off.
I don't think they can give him 2 shots and not allow the basket. If he was... Fans don't like it. I'm not really sure if you can give a guy 2 shots and not give him the basket.
They called the foul on Vernon Maxwell as the replay showed the contact came between Clyde and Akeem. Drexler.
They're not going to call too many fouls on Akeem.
8 points now for Clyde Drexler, and it's 21-19.
Here's the press again. Bad pass. One of the things you want to do with a press is force guys to handle the ball in areas they're not used to.
Floyd for 3, shot clock. Olajuwon. Rebound, Larry Smith. Can't follow. Percy rebound inside. Here comes Danny Ainge. Duckworth.
Great hands, Olajuwon. Foul Duckworth.
Technical Kevin Duckworth called by Jack Dinks. They went to war. Hakeem won the battle.
Not the best post pass by Ainge that time. But Duckworth allowed Olajuwon to come around him. Olajuwon has the ball. You've got to let him go in that situation. You can't waste fouls playing against a great player like Olajuwon.
Floyd, a very fine free throw shooter. Over 80% a year ago. Missed it. Watch this from the baseline. Good call.
It was a foul. You got to let it go. You can't argue those.
Great shot. What an expression on Kevin Duckworth's face. I think we should have used that for our friend's trading card, Bill. Illegal defense called. We have 2:25 to go. First quarter, 21-19. Rockets lead by 2.
Don Chaney chewing out Wally Rooney's ear over there. Trying to get a break here early.
That's an old ear. Wally's been around a long time. Vernon Maxwell. Wayne Cooper now into the ball game for Portland for Duckworth. Shot by Floyd, and he parries it.
Nice pump fake. He faked the swing pass, and the defense reacted, and he just was wide open for the shot. Great
23-19 Rockets. Spins out. Heartbreak roll for Drexler. Maxwell.
Kersey and Drexler and Porter all playing so well together.
Rebound touched last by a hustling Cliff Robinson. All belongs to the Rockets. A new 24, and now we're inside 2 minutes in the quarter.
Larry Smith gets his hand on so many balls, Pat. He's just a phenomenal rebounder.
In the game for Houston, number 44.
As the big man, Caldwell, excuse me.
This is Adrian Caldwell. He's out of Lamar. Maxwell around the pick. Score the basket. Foul on Portland. And the foul is on Wayne Cooper. It will be his first.
Nice penetration play by Maxwell that time. He looks a little bit rusty. He's not even sweating at this point. He gets picked off. The big men have got to step up. You can't wait at the basket for the penetrator. You got to go out there on the floor and get him.
Free throw missed by Vernon Maxwell. Our score 25-19. A frustrating offensive quarter for the Blazers, who have made only 7 of 19 shots. Rockets 11 of 23. Danny Ainge.
He's a great shooter. Got to set him up.
Minute and a half to go in the quarter. Rockets by 4. Otis Thorpe. Otis with 8 points in the quarter and 6 rebounds. Houston by 6.
He's made some nice outside shots. I don't think that the Rockets will be well served in the long run to have him shoot those 18-footers. As Drexler will take steps right in front of Rick Adelman.
Traveling violation on Portland. It has been a ragged quarter. Houston has turned the ball over 7 times and Portland 6.
I like to see the referees calling steps early in the season like this early in the games.
Maxwell, great quickness and speed.
Watch out here.
Kersey, all the way. Block, follow, waved off, no basket.
Great drive by Kersey as he just ends up hammered underneath the basket. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Nice use of the left hand.
Second personal foul on Otis Thorpe. Comes with 56 seconds left in the quarter. 27-21, Houston by 6. Kersey tonight was 7 points. Is 3 of 4 at the line. And you see his preseason numbers. Into the ball game, Dave Feitel, a journeyman out of Texas El Paso, a former Houston Rocket. Also played with Washington and Golden State. He'll replace Otis Thorpe, out with 2 fouls. And Feitel abandoned the NBA a year ago, Bill. Went and played in Europe. Blazers press.
That's becoming a real prosperous outlet for a lot of players over there. A team in disarray right now. Caldwell doesn't know what's happening.
Shot clock at 7. Maxwell, steal Ainge, cut off the passing lane. Lead to Drexler. Score!
Great defense, Danny Ainge. On the long pass.
Blazers within 2 at 27-25. 24-second clock, 8 ahead of the game clock, which is on your screen.
They'll spread the floor here, try to get some penetration.
Shot clock at 3. At 1. Caldwell. Ball belongs to Portland with 6.7 seconds left on the quarter clock. A Portland basket and we'd be tied after 1. Rockets press full court. Kersey for 3 and draws the foul on Larry Smith.
Hard to believe you foul a guy in that situation. You've got the lead. The guy's shooting a wild turnaround jumper just to beat the clock at the end of the first quarter.
Terry Porter will come in now. Wayne Cooper out. 1 second left. Jerome Kersey at the line. 2 free throws. If he makes them both, we will be tied at 27. Kersey now 6 of 7 at the line. And we are tied at 27. 1 second. Will not count. After 1, Portland and Houston deadlocked 27-27.
Tonight's game is brought to you by your area BP station. BP on the move throughout Oregon. By First Interstate Bank of Oregon. We go the extra mile for you. And by Coca-Cola Classic. You can't beat the real thing.
Pat Lafferty and Bill Walton courtside at the Coliseum. We're deadlocked after 1. Bill, your thoughts on the opening period?
Both teams a little tight, a little rusty. Not really smooth basketball, and right now they are coming in with a lot of new players. Danny Young and Ainge in the backcourt for the Blazers. Cliff Robinson, Kersey, and Wayne Cooper.
David Wood back in the game for the Houston Rockets at forward. Elijah One's shot is off the mark, and the rebound comes out to Danny Young. Veteran guard out of Wake Forest.
Interesting that Young is in there ahead of Petrovic. Nice passing.
Robinson. Rebound, Otis Thorpe, who has returned for the Houston Rockets.
Olajuwon in the post.
Ball to Akeem, double team, Robinson and Cooper. Pressure to the ball. Floyd. Shot clock at 10. Maxwell, penetration, snuffed by Cooper. Akeem. Rebound, Kersey. Foul will be called on Akeem Olajuwon. Second personal foul.
Big guys cannot waste their fouls in that type of situation by trying to steal the ball in the backcourt. Danny Ainge had the ball. He's a fine ball handler. He's not going to lose that ball.
A 20-second timeout is taken. It looked like when Ainge came in, 3.5 minutes left in the period, it brought the intensity level of the team up after a rather sluggish period.
He's a real fireball, and he's going to be a huge addition to this team, not only in his basketball abilities, but in his personality. He loves to play basketball. He's got a tremendous amount of confidence in his ability. Some say overconfidence, but he'll just be a fine player all season.
Well, the Celtics dispatched Cleveland handily. Boston may be back, Bill. New York, an overtime win against Charlotte. The Washington Bullets lose to Miami. More NBA scores. Atlanta by 3. Milwaukee loses to Detroit, and Indiana handles New Jersey by 19. First appearance in a Trailblazer uniform, number 31. First round draft choice, Ala Abdelnaby with the ball now. 6'10" out of Duke. Kersey. Yes.
Kersey can take Wood anytime he wants.
Jerome could be a near 20-point-a-game scorer this year. He's worked very hard. Pete Newell said he was the best man in his Pete Newell Big Man's Camp this summer.
Actually, I think that the individual scoring will go down for the players as the team gets better because it'll be spread around so much more. There won't be so many guys looking to get their big numbers of points, and it'll be more of who's hot that night, who's feeling the best, who's got the matchup that determines the Blazers' leading scorer for the particular game.
Floyd's pass deflected. Ball is loose on the floor. Kersey dives, can't save. Great hustle play by Jerome. And the fans appreciate the effort. Their Blazers lead by 2, 29-27. 10.5 left, first half. Floyd doubled. David Wood. Shot clock at 2. 24-second violation. Wonderful defense by the Blazers.
Great switching and great rotation. What Ainge was talking about in the pregame.
How quickly might Don Chaney have to go back to Kenny Smith to run his offense? He's got him off the bench right now.
One of the problems is that Wood just doesn't feel confident with the ball out on the perimeter.
Abdelnaby. Ames pulls the trigger. And Abdelnaby and Olajuwon fighting for the ball, and it is out of bounds off Olive. Interestingly enough, two players who were both born on the continent of Africa. Alaa Abdelnaby in Egypt, Hakeem Olajuwon in Nigeria.
It's truly an international league at this point. Nice pull of Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon with the basket. Ainge, contact Vernon Maxwell, no foul call. We're tied at 29. Alaa. Tap won't go. Rebound Houston. Otis Thorpe.
Give it up.
Kenny Smith. Don't like the idea of that power forward playing the middle man on the break, huh?
Now the guard's got to come by and get that ball. You can't run away from the guy who's dribbling the ball at the court if he shouldn't be dribbling. Oh, nice penetration.
Cliff Robinson, 10 on the shot clock. Cliff. Long rebound, Kenny Smith. Lead, Vernon Maxwell. Thorpe. Pulls the lay-in.
Too casual. Got to finish those plays. He'll finish it.
Ainge for 3. Rebound, Abdelnaby. Great nose for the ball and can score points quickly in few minutes. Showed that in preseason. Buck Williams.
He had great coaching in college. Tremendous block, Olajuwon.
Fans went goaltending, but the good call was the non-call. Smith, leave it. Thorpe, no mistake.
That's what he needed the time before.
10 points, 8 rebounds for Otis Thorpe. Houston 33 and Portland 29, and 8:20 to go in the first half.
Buck Williams really going at Jack Neese.
Danny Ainge.
It's a good thing that went down. He'd be on the bench. But when you're only playing short minutes, you got to get it done in a real short period of time. You don't have a lot of time to wait for the ball to come to you. You got to go get it.
Bill, he told you he'd be putting it up. Vernon Maxwell, way short. Abdelnaby screens off.
Good defense by Robinson, having to be out on the floor against Maxwell. That's a tough assignment for him.
Ainge to the baseline, the turnaround, the basket. Danny Ainge. We're tied at 33, 7.5 to go, first half.
Great to see Danny get off like that. He's just doing great.
Wood for 3. David Wood. First NBA basket. Got a cup of coffee 2 years ago. 2 games with Chicago, played 2 minutes, didn't score. Ainge, hot hand, this time off the
Ainge has
mark.
shot every time he's touched the ball. Good defense, Danny Young. They're bringing Porter in right now, but they got to calm him down. Nice.
Wood block inside, Cliff Robinson. Wood pull the trigger and scored. David Wood. So the Vancouver, Washington native has 5, and Houston leads by 5, 38-33. Timeout called, 6:36 left first half. Houston leads Portland on opening night by 5. The 582nd consecutive sellout crowd at Portland's Memorial Coliseum, and with 6:36 left in the first half on opening night, Houston has broken away to a 5-point lead.
Well, the Blazers have gotten away from their game a little bit. He just throwing up some bad shots, and he's got to spread that ball around as Robinson isolates. Oh, great recovery by Olajuwon.
Hakeem came from the weak side to block the shot. 38-33 Houston. Wood looking for Hakeem. Robinson, nice job. Now Kenny Smith with 8. Shot clock at 10. Aggressive pressure by the Blazers. Hakeem, foul, Cliff Robinson, hacked on the arm.
They're going to have to double team a lot on Olajuwon. Abdul Nabi just does not have the experience to play against Olajuwon. He will be a quality player in this league one day, and he's a very good player right now. He just needs some experience. Olajuwon, one of the very, very best players in this league.
I think the Blazers envision him as potentially one of the NBA's top defensive players, and maybe a cross between the skills of Dennis Rodman and John Salley.
Well, I don't think he has the physical skills of Rodman and Salley. He's not that really explosive type of runner that Rodman and Salley are. Although Rodman's not running at all right now, it's a terrible situation for him having the foot problem.
Olajuwon makes both free throws. He has a dozen points. Rockets are up now by 7. Here's Robinson's hook shot. It's in. Cliff Robinson, his first basket of the night. 40-35.
They're going to attack Mike Wood, Dave Woods, who's ever guarding him.
Kenny Smith the basket. It's 42-35. Houston by 7, equaling their largest lead. 5:50 to go, first half. Porter all the way to the basket. Rolls off. Olajuwon, lead pass. Kenny Smith. And he's a burner. He can really fly. Draws the foul at the other end. Ainge will come out. Clyde Drexler will come back in.
Ainge has so much enthusiasm. He's so excited about being here. He can't stop running.
At the line for Houston, Kenny Smith shooting 2.
Olajuwon's playing great defense in this ball game. Rebounding well, blocking shots. That block he had just a couple minutes ago on Robinson was tremendous. But Robinson thought he had the easy play, and Olajuwon came from nowhere and tapped it away. And like you should, he just hit the ball softly and kept it in play rather than going over there and try to spike it like a volleyball.
Hakeem averaged 4.6 blocks a year ago, led the NBA in rebounding and block shots, and was the first player in the NBA to do it since you. 1978. Year you were most valuable player in the league. Here's Clyde Drexler. Duckworth. Score with the left hand. He worked very hard on the left hand in the offseason.
Every player needs to have a strong left hand. That shot was actually blocked, too.
Hakeem. Smith deployed. Smith, not a good three-point shooter. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Shot clock at 5. Offensive foul, Kenny Smith.
There's a team defense stepping in. Terry Porter steps in, takes the punishment. It pays off.
Houston 44 and Portland 37. Blazers have not led since the opening minutes of the ball game. Fought their way back into a tie, the last time at 33. Porter with Hakeem, backs out. Look at Olajuwon extend the defense, but now Duckworth with Smith. Triple team, Kevin fouled on the shot.
Well, they had the switch there that time, Pat. Olajuwon had to go out on Porter. Duckworth had Smith, the little man inside, just overpowered him through the foul.
Nice job by Terry, too, in seeing the floor. He backed off to force Hakeem to come out and get him, and that allowed Duckworth really to isolate with Kenny Smith.
Well, that's one of the things that the experience will really help the Blazers on, recognizing the situation and knowing what the strengths are of each individual player and maximizing those strengths and minimizing the weaknesses.
Quickly, for Portland, scoring leader, Jerome Kersey with 13, Drexler with 10, for Houston, 12 for Olajuwon, and 10 for Otis Thorpe. Quick profile on the big duck, Kevin Duckworth. Makes the second free throw, has 5 points, and it's 44-38. Houston by 6, 4:35 to go, first half.
Duckworth looks in better shape to me this year than he did last year, physically.
And is. Wood won't fall. Tap up and in.
Mr. Mean, he's all over those boards.
First basket for Larry Smith. Houston's lead is back to 8. Kersey floats it up and in. 15 for Jerome Kersey. I really think, Bill, that he could be a 19 or 20 point a game scorer this year. 2 years ago, he averaged 19 a game. This year, he may cross the line to 20. Floyd.
Whoever David Wood's been guarding has been scoring, though.
Blocking foul. Sleepy Floyd.
The foul number 21, Sleepy Floyd. His first personal. And And Houston's third team foul.
Team fouls now even at 3 apiece in the quarter.
Portland's going to isolate Kersey, or they should.
Drexler around the pick, shot off the mark. Offensive rebound. Buck Williams can't follow. Kersey lost the ball. Steal by Akeem. Kersey almost took it back. Bodies on the floor. Violation. Foul call.
Kenny Smith, he can't believe it. Everybody on the floor. Nobody can grab it. Blazer ball on the side. Olajuwon with the quick hands. Then he lost it.
Looked like a county fair shoe scramble. We have a timeout. Rockets. 3.5 to play. First half. Houston 48. Portland 40. Let's take a look at what's on tap. Again, we've extended the deadline for the 18-game Blazer cable package for 24 hours. You have until midnight tomorrow to call toll-free 1-800-876-DUNK, D-U-N-K.
There'll be a lot of dunks this year. Don't miss them.
A lot of dunks and hopefully not many funks. Rebound, Kevin Duckworth. Take it back, score, Duck.
There's that Blazer size and strength inside.
Houston 48 and Portland 42, 3:15 left first half. Pat Lafferty, Bill Walton, glad you joined us tonight. Steve Jones on assignment. The NBC telecast tomorrow in San Antonio. Steve will rejoin me for our first road telecast Tuesday night, the Forum in Los Angeles. David Wood, Akeem Olajuwon. Beats the 24-second clock. Rebounded Jerome Kersey. Rockets shooting 48%. The Blazers sub 40 at 39%. Duckworth. Kersey open. Yes. 17 for Jerome Kersey. What a first half.
He's on fire, Pat. I keep getting him the ball.
5 of 6 from the floor and 7 for 8 from the line. From our statistician, Stan Menashe. Thanks, Stan.
The Rockets are having trouble getting into their offense. Sleepy Floyd drives the lane and Duckworth bumps him.
Coming in for Houston, Otis Thorpe. Larry Smith will come out. Second foul on Kevin Duckworth.
Funny, we talked about that, the great rebounding power of the Blazers, but right now they're being out-rebounded 25-18 in the game. And there's a lot of great rebounders on the Rockets. Thorpe, Mr. Mean, Larry Smith, and of course Olajuwon, who led the league last year.
3 Blazers now with 2 fouls. Buck Williams, Danny Ainge, and Kevin Duckworth. Floyd makes 1 of 2. Rockets lead is 5.
Great pass. Got to be ready for those.
49-44.
The Blazers passing is so much better this year than at any time last year.
Wood. Rebound, Portland, Buck Williams. Terry Porter. Denied the 3 by Floyd. We hit the 2-minute mark in the half. Drexler, Duck. Nice play. Assist to Drexler, basket to Duckworth, and he's quickly scored 7 in this quarter. It's a 3-point Houston lead.
If you get a chance, keep your eye on Buck Williams. He's throwing people to the ground to get offensive position on rebounding every time down. Bodies flying.
On the switch, Olajuwon now with Buck. Remember, Williams has 2 fouls, so does Duckworth. Shot clock at 5. At 3, Olajuwon draws the foul. Terry Porter.
Portland's strong defense is really keeping the Rockets out of any kind of offensive set. They're really having to struggle to get to beat the shot clock almost every time. Sleepy Floyd comes off the screen, hits the rolling man Olajuwon, who gets fouled in the foul line jumper.
You'll notice there the beige-colored stocking on Akeem Olajuwon's left leg. He wore that all of last year and continues to wear it. It's to keep the leg warm. He had a problem with a blood clot during the summer a year ago in 1989, a phlebitis problem, and so that's the reason that he wears that stocking on the left leg. And an excellent shot of it there.
He'll have to wear that the rest of his career, probably the rest of his life.
50-46, Houston by 4. Wow. Kersey, an elbow to David Wood and dropped him. I mean, he went down faster than Buster Douglas.
I was at that fight. Buster went down hard and heavy. Good punch. Walked right into it.
I'm sure many of you know this. Some of you may not. Trailblazers do not have the services of Mark Bryant tonight. That's because of the fight in preseason, suspended by the NBA for 1 game, and he is not here with his team tonight. He'll be ready for Game 2 tomorrow.
Fine defense by Duckworth that time. They're doubling down on Olajuwon, which they really have to do against him. He's such a talented offensive player.
Our shot clock is at 9 seconds, Bill. 1:05 to go, first half. 50-46. Houston by 4. Hakeem.
Nice tip.
David Wood gets the tip in, and he has 7 points. Duckworth. Flip hook won't go. Kersey soars for the rebound. Cutter. Porter.
Terry really doesn't have the flow with him tonight. He hasn't had that many opportunities, and the few he has had has just not been smooth.
1 for 7 shooting. Kenny Smith buries it. Kenny Smith, 8 in the quarter and 10 in the game. Smith really happy to be in Houston. And Hakeem Olajuwon happy to see him foul Kenny Smith.
Back in the NBA, just like Danny Ainge is.
Third personal foul on Kenny Smith. With 34 seconds to go in the quarter, I wouldn't be surprised to see Don Chaney pull him out. Yep, here comes Vernon Maxwell. Porter goes to the line, he'll shoot 2. One of the NBA's premier free throw shooters. A year ago, the best shooting guard at the line in the NBA.
There's your jink pass.
Vernon Maxwell.
I have a way of doing that, as Steve often reminds me.
Portland number 9, Danny Ainge.
Here's Danny Ainge. Back for Portland. Duckworth is out. Vernon Maxwell in. Kenny Smith out.
Yes, the coaches are just positioning their teams to keep their key players from getting the fouls right now. That could ruin their second half plans. Here's the Blazer press.
7-point Houston lead. Shot clock 9 ahead of the game clock. Wood staggers. Olajuwon puts it home.
Not pretty, but it worked.
Hakeem with 15. Leading Houston in scoring. Kersey with 17 tops Portland. At halftime, an excellent Blazer mid-game, our first of the year. Features video highlights. Look to stay tuned for all of it. Final 10 seconds. Ball loose. Jump ball finally called. Less than 7 seconds to go in the half. It'll be Buck Williams and Otis Thorpe.
Drexler and Ainge are really the only Blazers right now who are taking the ball aggressively to the basket. Kersey's been playing well, of course, but the other guys are sort of getting it and being very hesitant and passive out there. You got to attack in basketball almost every play.
Before the Trailblazers were able to get Buck Williams from New Jersey, one guy they were very interested in getting was Otis Thorpe from Sacramento. And finally, Houston was the team that pried him out. Wood with the ball. 5 seconds. Bump with Kersey. Foul Kersey. And that's a good call. Fans don't like it, but that's a good call. Technical foul, Giroux. Second personal foul.
I don't know why a player would do that. There's so little time left. The guy's in the backcourt. He's not going to make a half-court shot. They're already down almost 10. Now they're going to be down 11.
Floyd makes the technical free throw, and now Wood will get to shoot 2 shots. As Rick Adelman looks on. Rick says he has a very emotional team, but one thing that a lot of people have observed about the Blazers, thought they did a better year ago, is keeping tempers under control.
Well, I think it's good to be emotional, and I think that Ainge will bring a little bit more emotion to the team, but you have to play under control all the time.
Wood, quite a story as a prep player. As a sophomore in high school, Billy was 6'1" and weighed 128 pounds.
I was 6'7" and weighed 128 pounds in high school. And then I kept growing.
Shot doesn't beat the buzzer. It is halftime. And as the teams go to the locker room on opening night, it is Don Chaney's Rockets that have reason to smile. Houston 59, the Trailblazers 47. Blazer mid-game coming up next.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Fred Meyer, where one-stop shopping will save you time, money, and gas. By your Portland Metro Toyota dealers. You want the best, we've got it right here in the Northwest. By Payless Drug Stores, helping you get the most out of life. And by Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for real draft taste. So get out of the old, get into the cold.
Portland's Memorial Coliseum on opening night, where the Houston Rockets lead the Portland Trailblazers 59-47. Pat Lafferty and Bill Walton courtside, delighted to have you with us. And Bill, the first half highlights mostly belong to Don Chaney's Rockets.
A lot of lowlights for the Blazers, Pat, but the Rockets played very, very well. Hakeem Olajuwon and Otis Thorpe, the big stars for the game, but the Blazers had the great start right off the tap here as Drexler makes a great pass. And Kersey finished it off. You can't start the season any better than that, but for a lot of the first half, it was all Houston. Kersey had a big game. Danny Ainge here has great team defensive skills, one of the best team defensive players in the league. But one of the few successful long passes in the first half. Houston threw most of theirs away. The Blazers were hitting the ball up the floor a lot, doing very well with that. Hakeem Olajuwon showing his many, many skills, just going right by Abdul Nabi. He can score on a lot of people. He'll do that for many years to come in this league. Every coach's nightmare, big man dribbling the ball up the court. It worked this time, but coaches lose their hair and their jobs over plays just like that.
His only assist, but Otis Thorpe had 10 points and a game-high 8 rebounds in the first half.
Thorpe and Olajuwon were the key players in this game. Kenny Smith played very well, too. Kersey backs off the break, and then is going to drive across the middle here, and Olajuwon a little bit too late. Olajuwon had a lot of block shots, really controlled the middle there. Duckworth has got to put more pressure on Olajuwon.
You talked about how much David Wood would have trouble with Jerome and how much they'd miss Buck Johnson, and that's proven true.
Yes, but as Olajuwon scores there on a very nice play, Otis Thorpe missed an easy play early in the game, or the lead would have been bigger. But David Wood, much to his credit, he played well. You know, when you're physically outclassed, you've got to be able to come up with something, and he was able to do it.
Let's go now to our Computerland stats board. We talked about Kersey's big scoring half. Drexler also solid, and Duckworth with 9 for Houston. Nice balance with Olajuwon at the top.
The Blazers were out-rebounded 27-22 as a team. But it was really not a good flow for the Trailblazers. They just struggled to get into it. Ainge came in, did a few good things, but then he started dribbling too much and shooting too much off the dribble. Danny's a much better shooter off the pass. He was looking to put it up every time, and it just didn't go down for him. And Terry Porter just could never really get into the flow of the game, in my opinion, at all.
Blazers struggling at only 40%. You're not going to win very many ball games at that level. And Houston near 50%, 23 of 47. Talked about Terry Porter, only 1 of 7 in the first half, still had 5 assists. And Buck Williams had a tough first half, Bill. He was 0 for 3 from the field, had 4 rebounds, and Thorpe so far has won that battle.
Well, Thorpe and Olajuwon, as I said, are playing very well. And a lot of basketball to be played out here yet, Pat. Buck Williams and Duckworth are really going to have to get more conscious of taking advantage of the little things, because Olajuwon and Thorpe are fine players and playing well. And maybe the guard should look to set up Williams and Duckworth to get him involved in a bit. Penetrate, drive right at Olajuwon, wait till the defense comes on him, and then dish for the easy short shot, rather than try to make those guys go one-on-one when they're struggling a little bit.
Bill, as a player with Portland or with Boston, how important was opening night to you and to your teammates? Did it have more significance than other regular season games?
Sure. Opening night was that night, the night you were going to play it. And, you take each night like it's the World Championship, in my opinion. And this is a game that, the Blazers should win, but they better get their act together right now. You don't want to throw away a game right now when home court advantage will mean so much, as Drexler makes a nice play off a sloppy pass by Kenny Smith.
Houston starting the third quarter with a 12-point lead, their largest of the game, and the Blazers turn it over. Missed connections. Terry Porter can't find Buck Williams. Blazers looking for a deflection, but there was none. Blazers have turned it over 11 times. Rockets the same number. Hakeem over Buck Williams. Rebound, Wood. And the foul is called on Wood in the battle for the rebound. Third personal foul on David Wood.
Wood is playing pretty well. He's got a lot to learn in this league, and he'll be a good player.
He had a nice second quarter with 9 points after going to the bench very quickly in the first quarter with 2 quick fouls. Rockets very aggressive on the defense. Kersey, only his second missed shot of the night. Opening minute, third quarter, 59-47 Rockets. Smith, quick drive, blocked Duckworth, goaltending called, Kenny Smith.
You got to get there quicker when you're that big man coming for the block. These players are very tricky and crafty.
Smith had a wonderful first half, Bill. 12 points, 6 assists, and the surprising 6 rebounds. There's that illegal screen, that illegal pick, the elbows up. Don Chaney applauding the effort of his club. They have played very well against a Portland team that everyone across the country considers to be one of the league's elite. The Western Conference Championship banner went up tonight. The Blazers right now struggling against a Houston team that a year ago was 41-41.
Woodson with a very tough shot. Nice to see him moving so well out there after a number of years struggling with a bad knee.
Houston by 16. Drexler, Kersey, around Duckworth, tough roll. Rebound, Olajuwon. And here's Kenny Smith.
Olajuwon doing the most difficult thing in basketball for the big man. Intimidate the shot and then go get the same rebound that you just forced him to miss.
Woodson misses. Wood's tip try, no good. And here come the Blazers.
For 3.
Porter. Akeem Olajuwon controlling the boards inside. Thorpe. Double pump. Draws the foul.
Right now, Houston has control of this ball game. Olajuwon controlling the defensive boards. Nice outlets. Smith and Woodson getting out on the break. That time, Otis Thorpe. The ball's going right in their favor right now.
Houston has scored 14 of the last 15 points in this ball game. Just after we got inside the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-1 run by the Rockets. Thorpe's second shot. Missed both. Rebound, Buck Williams. Buck has not scored in the game. 2 minutes gone, third quarter. Drexler. Rebound outside to Kersey, finds Buck. Ball knocked away cleanly, picked up, and now we have a foul. And let's see what happens now. Drexler and David Wood.
Kersey threw David Wood to the floor that time.
It is the third personal foul on Akeem Olajuwon.
That's a big factor in this game. He has a habit of fouling out of games and picking up early fouls. You can think back to the early plays where he made the stupid foul in the backcourt on Ainge. You just can't waste your fouls. When you play as aggressively as he does, you just cannot give those fouls away. They're too valuable. Very sloppy game here tonight. Everybody missing free throws.
Drexler with 11 points. Houston 63, Portland 48. 9:30 to go, third quarter.
Pick and roll play.
Olajuwon, Kenny Smith. Otis Thorpe, isolation, Buck Williams. Offensive foul. Thorpe ducked the shoulder. Buck took the charge. Third foul on Otis Thorpe.
That's a great matchup, Thorpe and Buck Williams.
4 Houston starters now playing with 3 fouls. Wood, Thorpe, Olajuwon, and Kenny Smith. Duckworth.
That ball was blocked by Olajuwon, I believe.
Akeem tried to save it. It bounced on the baseline. Ball belongs to Portland. We have a timeout, Houston. 9:05 third quarter. Rockets leading by 15 points. Let's look at our computer line fast stats. Shooting percentages, not hard to figure out in this quarter.
The Blazers really struggling right now. But they're in this ball game.
Bill, is it the Houston defense or is it Portland just not getting all the gears to mesh?
Portland doesn't have it right now, but someone's going to get it going, and the crowd will get back into it. The crowd is dead right now. Everybody's sitting on their hands, and the Blazers are sort of sitting around, I think, reading their press clippings a little bit too much.
Duckworth double pump, draws the foul. It is number 4 on Akeem Olajuwon. So Portland looking for bright spots, and this may be one.
The foul number 34, Akeem Olajuwon.
Duckworth gets a good position down here, spins back, and he used the left-handed jump hook. Olajuwon went for the third fake, and he'll have to leave the game now with 4 fouls. And they'll go to a much smaller lineup with Larry Smith, Otis Thorpe, and David Wood.
8:51 to go, third quarter. Houston 63, Portland 48. Larry Smith will come in. Akeem Olajuwon will come out.
Portland has to be careful psychologically not to just sit back and think they can come back and win this game. Sure, they have. You have to have confidence. You have to believe you can do it, but you have to get out there and actually make it happen.
Rockets by 14. 8:40 left, third quarter. Kenny Smith. Awkward spin on the release.
He's got an interesting rotation to that shot.
But he's clearly outplayed Terry Porter tonight in a battle of point guard. Smith's been sensational. Porter is 1 of 9 from the field. Drexler. Terry, drive, shoot, score. Both baskets by Terry Porter tonight have come on lay-ins from the left side.
That's what happens when Olajuwon leaves the game. Great screen by Otis Thorpe out on the floor. Really freed up Kenny Smith.
Foul number 52, Buck Williams, his third personal.
The foul is on Buck. Third personal foul. Portland's second team foul of the quarter. Now Buck Williams and Kevin Duckworth are the 2 Portland players that are saddled with a trio of personal fouls. Here's Kenny Smith out of North Carolina.
With this lineup, the Trailblazers have a huge advantage inside, and they should really pound the boards now, take it inside, drive to the hoop. There's no big shot blocker in there, and Olajuwon probably won't be back till there's 10 minutes left to go in the game.
Rocket lead again at 16. That equals the largest Houston lead of the night. They also had it at 63-47. We're coming up on the 8-minute mark. Drexler dominated Woodson a year ago. It falls. Clyde Drexler. Maybe time for Clyde to take over here. He has 13 in the game.
I'd attack Wood if I was the Trailblazers. Kenny Smith. He's just going through everybody every time.
18 points for Kenny Smith. 6 assists, 6 rebounds.
And it's interesting, every time he drives that right side and penetrates, he shoots it with his left hand. I think that's throwing the defense off. It's hard to time that when the guy's going to shoot it quickly in the face with the left hand.
Ball touched last by Houston. New 24-second clock up. 7.5 to go in the period. The Rockets leading by 16 at 69-53. Great entry pass. Drexler scores. Clyde now with 15 in the game, but Houston's lead still double digits at 14.
You got to force those guys to receive the ball going away from the basket. You can't get backdoored on an out-of-bounds play.
Smith. Otis Thorpe. Olajuwon on the bench with 4 fouls. Thorpe airs it out. Kersey the rebound. 10 rebounds for Jerome Kersey. He's had a strong night. Porter spins out. Drexler rebound. Hit the cutter. Porter dish duck. Can't score. Tap no good. And Thorpe pulls it away.
The Blazers dominating the board. Just can't get the ball to fall though.
6:45 left, third quarter. Kenny Smith, 3-point try, no good. Foul called inside, loose ball foul. Jerome Kersey and Vernon Maxwell will come in. Mike Woodson will come out.
Kenny Smith that time missed Larry Smith on the screen and roll. Nothing will tear a team apart more than the guards failing to hit the big guys after they set a good screen and get wide open underneath the basket.
David Wood with the entry. Smith tried to dish back. Ball knocked away.
Great recovery by Smith.
Drives, hits the cutter. Larry Smith,
what a
left
shot.
hand, blind shot.
Buck Williams.
Accidentally tapped in by Buck Williams. They'll give the basket to the nearest Houston player. That should be Larry Smith.
Very creative and beautiful shot by Smith that time. Almost went down. Offensive foul, Duckworth.
Overly aggressive defensive pick. It is the 4th personal foul on Kevin Duckworth, and now both starting setters have 4 personal fouls. Rick Adelman moving down the bench towards the veteran Wayne Cooper.
Now he's going with Robinson.
Yep. He'll send Cliff Robinson.
He wants more activity. Great drive.
Maxwell rejected by Corsi. Porter, Drexler comes on Kenny.
Almost a situation where Kenny Smith should have fouled. Drexler grabbed him, stopped the play. One thing Houston really has to do is try to keep the crowd out of it, try to keep the Blazers from making that big surge. Olajuwon's going to be out for a while with his foul trouble. Houston can't let it all fall apart. They've worked so hard to this point. Tough shot.
David Wood off balance inside. Contact on the rebound.
David Wood with the foul.
Timeout. 5:45 left, 3rd quarter. Houston leading Portland by 14.
Duckworth to the bench. Robinson will play the middle position.
And we do not have a timeout here. I think they were going to call a timeout, forgetting that Houston had called one earlier and the officials did not need one here. So the substitution is made, but we are still underway. 5:40 to go, 3rd quarter.
We're looking to post up Drexler on the weak side here.
He's with Vernon Maxwell. Pops out, Buck hits him. Now Buck down low with Otis Thorpe.
Offensive foul. We're called traveling. Buck's really struggling with the ball tonight.
And still has not scored. No points, 5 rebounds. Otis Thorpe, 10 points, 9 rebounds.
That's the kind of night where you just got to, don't really call for the ball, just go get it off the board, get it with, with defense and passing, setting screens, and it will come back to you.
Thorpe.
Offensive foul.
And that is number 4 on Otis Thorpe. So the foul situation could become a major factor as we go down the stretch. Olajuwon with 4, Otis Thorpe with 4. For the Blazers, Kevin Duckworth with 4. 5:09 to play, 3rd quarter, and there you see the new rocket in the game, Adrian Caldwell. Big burly 260-pounder out of Lamar. Clyde backs Maxwell in, floats it up, draws the foul.
The Blazers have so much individual talent here. They just have to be careful not to just try to go one-on-one all the time. You've got to stick with your offensive plays. And, yeah, that time Drexler was able to take Vernon Maxwell as he can almost every time, the same way Kersey can take David Wood almost every time.
Drexler at the line for 2. Our telecast presented by authority of the Portland Trailblazers solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any broadcast reproduction or any other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Trailblazers is prohibited. Pat Lafferty, Bill Walton courtside. Delighted you joined us on opening night. Blazers down by 12.
Pass, and Caldwell.
Adrian Caldwell fumbles the pass. With hands like that, they don't let you take chemistry as an elective. Drexler. Rebound.
We call that board hand.
71-59. 4:40 to play. 3rd quarter.
They're sticking with the press. Got Larry Smith in the middle, but they swing to the far side to Otis
Maxwell,
Thorpe.
3. Ball knocked away from Otis Thorpe, but off Otis Thorpe's hand. Robinson open on top. Puts a brick off the left side of the iron, and Caldwell gets the rebound. Kenny Smith. Thorpe. Larry Smith blown out of there, no foul called, and Kenny Smith puts it home. He has 10 in the quarter and 20 in the game. Rockets by 14.
You got it going tonight. I'd like to see him, down the floor against that press. Maybe have Vernon Maxwell bring it up a little bit.
Cliff Robinson inside, wild shot, and we'll see Danny Ainge next dead ball. Otis Thorpe. Outside his effective range, and here comes the rebound. Portland, Drexler, score. Clyde is carrying Portland offensively. He has 9 of the Blazers' 12 in this quarter. And it's 73-61 Houston. Deflected it pass. Smith has it back. Open man, Maxwell.
Nice pass. Maxwell really throwing the ball well, and Campbell just cannot convert.
Mr. Mean keeps it alive. Rockets new 24-second clock steal. Terry Porter. 10-point game. 73-63. 20-second timeout. Houston.
Houston is falling apart here, Pat. Caldwell has really hurt them. Missed shots. Otis Thorpe out of his range. Vernon Maxwell with a missed three-pointer against the trapping defense. The Blazers coming back very strong.
Our Blazer broadcasting crew will go on the road to Los Angeles for our first road telecast of the year on Tuesday night. The Trailblazers take on the Los Angeles Lakers at 7:30, and you'll see it on KOIN TV Channel 6 and the Trailblazers Television Network.
Should be a great game Tuesday night, man. The Lakers made a lot of changes, but they still got Magic Johnson, and he's always been a Blazer killer, so it should be an outstanding ball game.
Bill Blazers were down by 16. All of a sudden, Clyde Drexler has taken over. He scored 11 points in the period, 11 of Portland's 16, and the Blazers are back within 10.
The Blazers are in good position. They can come back no problem from 10 down. They just got to keep playing good basketball. They've taken control of the boards. Ainge is coming in now. He's got to play within the system and not try to do it all by himself. Cliff Robinson is doing well in the middle for the foul play. Duckworth, and as you said, Drexler is taking over. Drexler is so talented physically, he can just go by these guys all the time.
It's Jake Trout. Pro golfer Peter Jacobson, who of course also doubles in the golfing rock group, Jake Trout and the Flounders. To my knowledge, Jerry Garcia has yet to ask for any of their songs. Inside 3 minutes to go, third quarter. 73-63, Rockets on top. Blazers trying to extend the defense.
Great play, Drexler. Kenny Smith has come up with so many loose balls tonight.
Akeem back in with 4 fouls. Shot off the mark. Rebound. Up for grabs. Knocked away and out of bounds.
Horrible shot by Akeem. I can't say enough about the game that Kenny Smith is playing. He's just really doing everything out there.
He's made 8 of 11 shots from the floor, 4 of 4 from the line, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and has a game-high 20 points. I'm sorry, a team-high 20. High scorer in the game is now Clyde Drexler with 21. Vernon Maxwell. First time he's played with the Rockets all year is this game today in the shoot-around this morning. Maxwell.
He looks it, too. Very rusty.
Danny Ainge. Kersey has not scored in the quarter. Strong drive, blocked by Akeem, no goaltending.
Yes, they did call goaltending. They're going to... No. Kersey drives the lane. Akeem. That's very close. Excuse me, Caldwell here. Go ahead and call it on the rookie. Why not? They call everything else on the rookie. They call the foul on Olajuwon.
It is number 5 on Akeem Olajuwon. So the gamble by Don Chaney doesn't pay off. If you watch the Hall of Fame game from Springfield, Massachusetts this week, you saw Akeem foul out in the third quarter against Detroit.
He plays such an aggressive style of basketball. But, he's going to be in foul trouble a lot. And I think that Chaney probably made a mistake that time, bringing him back a little bit too early.
Free throw by Kersey is good. So Jerome now with 18 points, and the Blazers, first time in a long while, are within 10. They trail by 9 at 73-64.
But Akeem has to learn how to keep himself in the ballgame. You can't foul out like that. You can't get 5 fouls with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
2:10 to play, third quarter. First time the Blazers have been within 10 since 56-47. Great pass. Maxwell hit Larry Smith. Mr. Mean in his effective offensive zone. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Rockets by 10. Ainge, the entry to Drexler. Blazers still continue to post Clyde. Over the top, Drexler.
Well, they should. He's got Vernon Maxwell on him. Vernon Maxwell is about 5'10", about the same size as Calvin Murphy, the great player, now radio announcer, radio and TV announcer. Caldwell has a very stupid foul against Ainge.
Adrian Caldwell tried to blow Danny Ainge out of there and is called for the foul. First personal foul on Adrian Caldwell. Minute and a half to go in the quarter. The Rockets leading by 8. They look to Clyde again. Maxwell. Deflected pass. Shot clock at 8. Kersey. Oh, found the way. Kersey with 21, and the Blazers are down now by only 6.
They've got control of the game again. They're playing very well. They got their rhythm going. Ainge has picked them up. Kersey's getting hot. Drexler has been hot. Most importantly, Olajuwon's on the bench with 5 fouls.
Maxwell. Shot clock at 5. 1 minute in the period. Maxwell. Tough shot. Rebound Drexler. Deflected pass. It'll be Portland ball.
Maxwell's really out of sync offensively. He just hasn't played enough basketball right now to be effective.
17 on the shot clock. 50 on the game clock. Rockets leading by 6.
Caldwell needs to develop more skills.
First time in the ball game for the #1 draft choice of the Rockets this year. This is Dave Jamerson, high-scoring player out of Ohio University.
Maxwell just doesn't have it.
Clyde can't get the ball. Aims the steal. Find Clyde. Score!
A tough way to break into the NBA for Jamerson. Now they got Larry Smith bringing the ball up the court.
4-point game. Thorpe walked for the ball, and the Rockets are crumbling on the launching pad. 75-71. What a comeback by Portland.
Ainge's defense and overall heady play is really turning around for Portland here.
And the brilliant offensive quarter of Clyde Drexler, he took it on his shoulders and said, I'll bring you back, get me the ball. And Rick Adelman went to the well again and again and draws water every time.
A true leader. They switched Sleepy Floyd onto him. Kersey driving to the hoop. He'll shoot 2. Larry Smith can't believe it.
Third foul on Larry Smith. 26 seconds left, third quarter, opening night, Memorial Coliseum.
Kersey had such a strong opening half. Not much in the third quarter, but Drexler was able to just carry the whole team at will.
Jamerson back in. Kenny Smith is out. Blazers trailed by 16 at 73-57. They've scored 15 to the Rockets 2.
Here's the press.
A 2-point game. Traveling Jamerson. And the Blazers can tie the game. With 19 seconds to go in the third quarter, what a comeback. Rockets with 19 turnovers, the Blazers with 14. Rockets have made the last 7 turnovers of the game.
They've gone with the small lineup now. They took Robinson out, put Porter in. They're going to spread the floor, have penetration, and kick it out to the open guy once the rotation comes.
Jamerson can't handle Drexler.
Not too many people can. Almost.
Clyde does not score, but draws the foul.
The maturity of this team has really been pleasant to watch. Drexler playing with such confidence. Porter was confident. Kersey. And of course, Ainge with overconfidence.
And a nice job by Rick Adelman. He's made the right moves on the sideline, said the right things during the timeouts, and his team has responded. They played like Western Conference champions over the last 6 minutes. Blazers down by 1. Portland trailed 73-57. They've outscored the Rockets 17-2. They can make it 18-2 and tie the game, and they do. Tied at 75. 5 seconds in the quarter. We've played 3. We have a foul. The buzzer is sounded, but we have a foul, and the Blazers can take the lead after 3.
Great heads-up play by Ainge. Stayed right with it. A lot of players would quit in a situation, just let the clock run out. Hung in there and drew the foul.
17 points in the third quarter for Clyde Drexler. Here's Danny Ainge, and he can give Portland the lead. They're moving the Rocket players, or trying to, off the court. And Danny now going to ask for a towel from one of the team attendants. Portland outscoring Houston 18-2. They can make it 20-2 if Ames cashes in. Portland leads. First time the Blazers have led since the opening minutes of this ball game. After 3 quarters from Memorial Coliseum on opening night, Portland 76, Houston 75.
Tonight's game is brought to you by your Portland Metro Toyota dealers. You want the best? We've got it right here in the Northwest. By Diet Coke, just for the taste of it. And by Fred Meyer, where one-stop shopping will save you time, money, and gas.
Just underway, opening possession, 4th and final quarter. Percy, no good. Blazers leading by 1. Robinson offensive rebound, but what have we got? Jump ball, says Jack Neese.
Cheney's jumping all around on the sideline. He wanted traveling. He can't believe that call.
In the last 6.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter, Portland outscored the Houston Rockets 21-4.
It's a classic example of what depth means to a team. Houston has none. Portland has the best in the league, in my opinion.
Drexler 17 in the quarter, 27 in the game. Olajuwon remains on the bench, 5 personal fouls. Those are game keys. Danny Ainge, Cliff Robinson.
The lob, Woodson, great defense. Offensive foul, Drexler. And Clyde tells Robinson, throw that lob pass up in the air. I can jump over these guys.
Houston does not have anyone at the off-guard position that can stay with Clyde, and Rick Adelman had tremendous success isolating Clyde both low and on the wing. And, of course, Vernon Maxwell not yet in game condition where he could do the job.
Few players in this league can stay with Clyde Drexler.
Woodson, 3-point try. Scramble for the rebound.
Great
Wood
play.
got it. Pretty spin off the glass with the underhand lay-in. David Wood, first NBA game with Houston, 11 points. Rockets leading by 1. 77-76. Person can't put Portland back on top. Long rebound, and Cliff Robinson couldn't control it.
Ainge really makes that ball pop. He's got that championship experience of knowing you can't ever let the ball stand still in any one man's hand.
10:50 to play. Drive by Wood, no foul. Woodson, and Mike scores. A strong jump shooter throughout his career, out to 20 feet.
Fine ball movement.
Houston by 3, 10.5 to go. Drexler over Woodson. Rebound up for grabs, and here comes Mike Woodson. 2-on-1, Ainge back, Floyd. Score, foul, Danny Ainge called for drifting under Sleepy Floyd.
Pass the ball. Going to the hoop, 2-on-1. The guy stays with it. You got to give it off to the guy. Here he is. Ainge stays right with him. But Sleepy's thinking shot the whole time. He had Caldwell there for the play. How about the Golden State Denver score, Pat? 162-158. Golden State wins at Denver.
Must have been a thriller.
Golden State's playing good ball this year. I saw them play against the Lakers in the preseason, and Don Nelson's doing a fine job. They're in great shape. They're going to play real hard. They don't have a lot of talent at the big positions. Great pass by Porter.
And Robinson can't score, but draws the foul. It's again on Adrian Caldwell, his second. In Tokyo, at the half, Phoenix was leading Utah 58-57, and Mike Schiller's Los Angeles Clipper debut, 3rd quarter. Clippers leading Sacramento by 5. Here's Cliff Robinson. Has worked very hard to improve his shooting from a year ago, both at the line and from the field. His first free throw attempt of the night is good. He has not shot well from the field this evening.
He's such an active player on the board. He's just up there around the rim in every play.
Off the mark, the rebound to Wood. 82-77.
Houston needs to get Kenny Smith back in there. He was playing so well. He's been out long enough. Offensive foul, Robinson. Fighting for position. Just everybody's been throwing David Wood to the floor tonight. As with most rookies, Wood's going to have to get out there and actually get in a few fights to establish himself and keep from getting thrown to the ground all the
He's
time.
taking a beating in there. But he's come back tough.
I hope his mom and dad are here watching the game tonight since he is from Vancouver, Washington.
I'm sure they are. And what a thrill, too. Robinson and Wood in isolation. Wood drives, double team, triple team, kick it out.
3
Shot
seconds.
clock at 5. Floyd missed the three-point try. Robinson rebound. Danny Ainge led North Eugene to back-to-back state titles here as a high schooler with the Highlanders of Barney Holland.
There's a 3.
Ainge. Oh, Danny Ainge. 82-80, Houston by 2.
Nice play, Wood.
Wood again. Mike Woodson for 30. And again, no good. Rebound. Buck Williams. Ainge when the Blazers can tie. Porter. 2-point. Yes. Tie game. 82-82.
Beautiful patience by Terry Porter that time. Not having a great ball game by his standards, but comes through when the Blazers need him.
Blazers still shooting 40% from the game. The Rockets 45. Foul, Cliff Robinson.
Good rotation that time by the Blazers after the double team out in front.
Foul number 3, Cliff Robinson.
Anytime you can get the team to bring their big, strong forwards like Larry Smith and Caldwell out away from the hoop to receive the ball, you're playing good, smart defense.
8:27 to play. Deadlocked here at 82. Offensive foul. Sleepy Floyd. Buck Williams draws the charge. Second personal on Floyd. On the bench, Akeem Olajuwon has 5 fouls. Otis Thorpe 4 for the Trailblazers. Duckworth on the bench, the only player with 4. Several other Blazers playing with 3. 8:15 to go, third quarter, knotted at 82. Opening night, 1990-91, Ainge. Blazers lead by 2.
Danny's such a better shooter when he shoots off the pass rather than trying to pound it with the dribble every time.
Floyd. Follow. Won't go. Rockets turned away. Sleepy Floyd. Open man on the outside. He'll look to go inside. Caldwell sets the pick. Woodson. Ainge the pressure. Woodson. Off balance shot. Won't go. Larry Smith. Offensive rebound. Pulled down hard.
Offensive foul. Larry Smith. No.
No, I think it's got to be on Ainge for pulling him down.
They called it on Robinson. Out in front. Portland has such a size advantage, rebounding advantage right now. Larry Smith gets the rebound. Should have been an offensive foul. The referee was just out of position and couldn't make the right call. A lot of the calls have gone for Portland in the second half here.
Bill, you talked about bringing Kenny Smith back in. Don Chaney makes that call. He pulls Sleepy Floyd out. Again, Floyd has been injured. Maxwell, a long holdout, just came back.
He's got to get Olajuwon and Otis Thorpe back in there, too. I just don't think you can go with Wood and Caldwell in this situation.
Larry Smith has long been one of the poorest free throw shooters in the NBA. Missed his first. He's just above 50% for his career and makes 1 of 2 here. 84-83, Blazers by 1, 7.5 to play.
I'd bring Ainge off some more picks than they just did, but they're going to post up Duckworth.
Double team, lost the ball. Caldwell with a steal. Here's Kenny Smith, cutters both sides.
Nice left-handed pass. Houston just giving this ball game away.
Well, if former Oregon State coach Ralph Miller was watching, he probably just turned over his bowl of popcorn.
I bet Coach Miller is watching. He lives over in Bend now in Central Oregon.
That sisters, Blackbeard, yeah. Hates to see those bounce passes on the fast breaks, and the percentage of turnovers is extremely high. Likes to see that pass come in straight ahead. No bounce pass, especially with one hand.
I was on a speaking panel with Coach Miller this summer here in Portland.
been
Had a
doing
great time.
quite a bit of work this year, doing some coaching, worked with Rick Smith at Indiana.
Well, it's just great to be out of that hospital and back on my feet again.
David Wood, no! Will they count it? No! 24-second violation.
Wood can't believe it. Very close.
6:40 to play. Portland 84, Houston 83. Timeout, Portland. Let's go to our computer line fast stats and update second effort points. Surprising to see anyone outduel Portland in that category. Bill, last year again, the Blazers out-rebounded opponents by 6 boards a game, and Houston has picked up points off some effective offensive rebounding, but the Blazers have found a way to lead by 1 thanks to 22 Houston turnovers.
Houston's got 3 of the greatest rebounders in the league, and Otis Thorpe, Elijah Wan. Great defensive play there. And Larry Smith, I was talking about the rebounders.
6 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the game. Opening night. David Wood over to Mike Woodson. Ball knocked away, and here's Porter. To Ainge. Goaltender, David Wood. Basket to Danny Ainge. Ainge has 7 in the quarter and 14 in the game.
We're going with the 3-guard lineup here.
Nice view from the slam cam.
Correction, turn it to Danny Ainge.
We have 6 minutes to play in the game. Halfway through the final quarter. Blazers 86, Houston 83. Portland's largest lead.
Thorpe is coming back. Olajuwon will be next. They got to be having him quick, though.
Denny Smith, again, not a good three-point shooter. Rockets have struggled from the three-point line tonight.
Great pass.
Deflected away and out of bounds. And so here comes Hakeem Olajuwon, Otis Thorpe, and Vernon Maxwell. Don Chaney playing 3 trump cards. Caldwell, Smith, and Wood coming out with 5:44 to play.
Ainge just has such a good sense for moving that ball around. In the transition, Porter hits the jumper off the screen and out of bounds play.
11 now for Terry Porter. 5.5 minutes to play. Blazers by 5. 88-83. Hakeem can't draw the foul inside. Here comes a whirling Kersey. Drexler. Kersey. Tough roll. Drexler offensive rebound. Porter for 3. No. Ainge. Reload the offense. 5:10 left.
Oh, great move.
Clyde Drexler. Oh, my. What a play. 7-point Portland lead.
We're looking at Olajuwon, but he's out of the flow of the game. He's been sitting down for so long. He's got to get warmed up before he starts going one-on-one every time.
Duckworth. Porter offensive rebound. Quick hands inside. Foul is called.
Terry Porter's really playing well at this point. He may not be making all the shots, but he's making the key plays and getting the loose ball, hitting everybody.
Timeout, 4:40 to play. Blazers by 7. Look at the phone number at the bottom of your screen. It's a toll-free number that will give you the chance to call and get the 18-game Blazer Cable package. Our deadline has been extended for 24 hours until midnight tomorrow. You can call right now. 4:40 to play. Portland leading 90-83. Huge second half comeback from 16 down. Danny Ainge won't fall. Tap won't go. Up for grabs. Vernon Maxwell has it. Who lost his shoe?
He did.
Vernon Maxwell. Wants the 20 and will get it. 4:23 to play in the game. 90-83, the Blazers lead.
Ainge likes those running one-handers. Another coach's nightmare.
Remember when Houston led by 16? Well, there you see it, 14-1 in the last 5:20. Bill, when the score was 73-57, the Blazers have outscored the Rockets 33-10 since that time.
Well, when you have such great depth as the Blazers have, the idea is, even when you're playing poorly, just keep playing, keep running, keep shooting. And that's one of the things that, the A's will bring to this team. Buck Williams brought last year, that confidence of, hey, we can get the job done.
They've gone to a full timeout. Let's let you take a look at the brand new Laser Dancers.
Because I'm white, they say, son, you can dance like that, and it's good like, someone to say,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blazer Dancers.
Let's take a look at shooting in the quarter, updating our Computerland fast stats.
The Rockets have really gone down in the field goal percentage, shooting only 25%. Portland is not hot by any stretch of the imagination, but when Houston's only at 25, it's tough to win down the road.
Rick Adelman said the strength a year ago is defensive and rebounding. They've held Houston without a point for more than 3 minutes straight. Blazers leading by 7. The largest lead of the game. Houston led by 16 in the third quarter. Hakeem Olajuwon outside. No. 24-second violation again. Blazer defense turns the Rockets away once more. 24 turnovers on Houston tonight.
Hakeem has just not been able to get into the flow since he picked up his 5th foul.
He has not scored in the second half, has made 5 of 16 shots. Duckworth drives, turned away. Jerome can't follow. Rebound to Hakeem. Olajuwon. Rebound to Jerome Kersey.
This small lineup has worked very well for Portland. Duckworth against Olajuwon.
Danny Ainge. Rebound to King. Kenny Smith. Turnover by the Rockets. Great job by Drexler, who tracked down Kenny Smith from behind and forced the turnover. Buck Williams back in. Danny Ainge comes out. They're on their feet for Danny Ainge.
A tremendous spark in this ballgame and for the team all season.
3:10 to play. Portland by 7. Porter wide open. Rockets not extending the defense now. Look like a tired team. We're inside the 3-minute mark.
They're bringing Wood back in for Woodson.
Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell now the backcourt 10, and then Woodthorpe and Olajuwon along the front line.
They may need to bring back Calvin Murphy and Rudy Tomjanovich if they expect to win this ballgame.
Hakeem spins inside, draws the foul. For Kevin Duckworth, it will be his 5th.
He went right away that time as opposed to waiting for his double team, Pat. He just got it, just took it right to the hoop. That's what you got to do when you're playing basketball. Don't wait for the defense to come to you. Take it to them.
Olajuwon going to the line. Hakeem looking for his first point in the quarter. Big numbers tonight for Portland. Clyde Drexler, 29 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Jerome Kersey, 23 points, 13 rebounds. Off the bench, Danny Ainge, 14 points, 3 assists. They've been the 3 keys. 90-85, 5-point game, 2:40 left.
And the foul trouble for the Rockets. When Olajuwon and Thorpe had to go out with foul trouble, it really hurt the Rockets.
No question.
Good ball movement again.
Porter. Drexler fighting for the rebound. And traveling is called on Clyde.
Looked like a boxing match out there almost that time.
So the Rockets can make it a 3-point game. Houston not out of it yet as we crawl towards the 2-minute mark. Looking for the entry pass to Akeem. Double, triple team, kick it out. Kenny Smith, shot clock at 5, traveling called.
Maxwell's reluctance to shoot the ball that time really hurts the Rockets. If you got a guy who's wide open and won't shoot it because he doesn't feel good about his game, that's just going to kill you every time. Even if you're going to miss, you got to put it up there. There's the lob pass, offensive foul. Drexler pushes off. He's got to be a little bit more patient, Pat. He's got such a size and strength advantage over a guy like Maxwell. No need to push off like that.
Talked about Maxwell feeling uncomfortable after the long holdout. He's made only 1 of 8 shots tonight. 1:50 left.
He doesn't even have a sweat going. It's tough to play basketball without sweating. Tough shot.
And he makes it. It is a 3-point game as the Rockets now have scored 4 straight. 90-87, a minute 40 left.
This is a good lineup for Houston. They're playing well.
Drexler. Entry to Duckworth.
3 seconds. Duckworth tried to get the deep position. Set up a tent in there, and Jack Neath called it.
Well, Rick Adelman called timeout. Wood comes out. Maxwell is back in.
3-second ball.
So here we go. Minute and a half to play. A Rocket basket would make it a 1-point game.
They're going to post up Olajuwon again. Use the basis of their offense. Jump hook. What a shot.
1-point game.
Timeout Blazers.
1:23 to play. The Portland lead a moment ago at 7 has been whittled to 1. You see the timeouts remaining, a minute 23 to play, and all of a sudden, Bill Walton, Akeem Olajuwon has scored 6 straight points. We've got a 1-point game.
He's got his rhythm back. He's got a sweat going again. He sat out for so long. He's got so stiff.
Buck Williams.
We're looking for Drexler with that big mismatch against Maxwell.
Buck. Shot. Rebound Houston. Rockets with a minute to play can take the lead. Open man Kenny Smith. They'll reset. They want Akeem. Double.
Somebody's got to shoot it. Nobody wants to.
Maxwell for 3. Rebound kept alive. Houston. Maxwell saves at midcourt. Game clock on your screen. Shot clock now at 20.
Spread the floor. Spread the floor and put Olajuwon in the left box.
Akeem with Duck. Shot by Akeem. Kicks out. Smith. Tap no good. Rebound. Kersey. A 5-second differential. You see the game clock. Shot clock at 15. 1-point game.
I don't know why they were going on that side of the court to Olajuwon. He'd been so effective for 3 straight times on the other side.
Shot clock at 5. Rockets do not want to foul. Porter pull the trigger. No.
Timeout.
And the Rockets called timeout. Clock continued to run. Let's see if they put any time back on the clock.
They should put at least a second and a half back on there.
We'll see what happens.
But this is the Memorial Coliseum now, Pat.
Timeout. 3 seconds left. We go to our Computerland Fast Stats.
Both teams, Pat, shooting very poorly in this 4th quarter. I think a combination of conditioning, people like Maxwell being so out of rhythm, Olajuwon having to sit out most of the quarter.
All right, Bill Walton, it's all here before us. 3.2 seconds left. Portland leading by 1. The Rockets have the ball.
I'd go to either Smith or Olajuwon. They've got them both on the weak side. There's going to be a timeout to rediscuss the situation.
It'll be a 20-second timeout taken by Portland, so Rick Adelman had a chance to see what Houston had done in terms of personnel on the floor and where they were located. Incidentally, one quick reminder as we go into the huddle, remember that this year, the Franz Trailblazer trading card set will be issued starting 1 month earlier than before. Card number 1 is the Western Conference Championship card, the team photo. That will be in Fran's premium white and 100% wheat bread beginning Monday morning around the state. And Bill Walton, your card, holding the framed jersey, retired number 32, will be week 2. Our next 3 Trailblazer games, tomorrow at Sacramento, Tuesday night in the Forum on TV, next Friday night, Blazer Cable against Detroit. Otis Thorpe to inbound the ball, 3 seconds left, and the Rockets call timeout.
Another timeout. Portland did a great job at denying the ball. Smith and Olajuwon, that's Kenny Smith, are the guys that they really have to key on. And one thing in this situation, you got to have somebody who's going to come and get the ball. You can't expect to get wide open and have a 20 or 30-foot pass. You got to come and get it and then make the turn and get the play happening.
Bill, with this kind of time generally, would you want to make one entry pass and then move it to Akeem posted low? Or with this little time left, would you need to bring Akeem up high to the line or the top of the box to get the ball?
It's very tough to make 2 passes in this, with this little time left. I think you have to get it to a guy like a Kenny Smith. He's got to come and get it, maybe set a couple of screens for him from way far away, and then come all the way across the court, get the ball, and then just let him go. There's not enough time to make that second pass. You got to get the ball up.
Rick Adelman, Portland's first-team captain, and a Trailblazer original. Last year, had the team that he coached improve by 20 wins and win the Western Conference Championship. A year ago, the Trailblazers lost only 6 games here all year, and tonight they're trying to win opening night, the night the Western Conference Championship banner was raised. It has gone down to the final shot, the final seconds. Portland leading by 1 with 3.2 seconds to play.
It looked for a while like Portland was going to blow them out down the stretch there. They were playing very well, but then Akeem came back and got hot from that left box. Yeah, they had a chance to get back into it and get on top, actually, but they went to the right box with Akeem.
Updating the NBA scoreboard after 3 quarters in Tokyo. Phoenix leading Utah by 13. Minute and a half to go. Clippers leading Sacramento by 8. So here we go again.
They're not going to pressure the ball. I think that's a mistake. I think you got to put pressure on there.
All right, let's watch.
Not the world's greatest passer.
Wood from Vancouver puts up the shot. No, game's over. Blazers win on opening night. The final score from Portland Memorial Coliseum. Portland 90, the Houston Rockets 89.
Don Chaney stares on in disbelief.
The Portland Trailblazers come from 16 down to win on opening night, 90-89. Stay tuned for our postgame show coming right up. And remember, the Miller Brewing Company reminds you to think when you drink.
Portland Trailblazer basketball has been brought to you by Payless Drugstores, helping you get the most out of life. By your area BP station, BP, on the move throughout Oregon. By GTE, when it comes to designing a winning play for your telecommunication system, call GTE, because at GTE, the power is on. By First Interstate Bank of Oregon, we go the extra mile for you. And by Miller Lite. When it's Miller Lite, less filling really tastes great. Executive Producer Director of Trailblazer Basketball, George Wash. Coordinating Producer, J.R. Hellman. This has been a Blazer Broadcasting sports presentation. Tonight's post-game show is brought to you by your local Chevy Geo dealers, the Portland Trailblazers and the Chevy S10 Blazers, 2 proven winners. And by True Value Hardware. You can do it with True Value Hardware stores.
Our post-game guest is Clyde Drexler, who led Portland's comeback from 16 down with a game-high 29 points. Clyde, talk a little bit about your thoughts when the team was down 16 and all of a sudden you decided to kind of take the responsibility for the comeback on your shoulders, and you had a brilliant third quarter. What about that stretch of the game?
I think the defense really picked up. It all starts on the defensive end of the floor. I think everyone made a collective effort to do that, and the offense is going to come. I think when we defend the way we're capable of doing, good things are going to happen on offense.
Clyde, let's talk a little bit about the improved ball movement on the team this year. It looked really good all throughout the game tonight.
No question about it. I think the team really moved the ball well. We didn't make the shots like we normally would make them, but the ball movement was crisp, and we executed it very well. So you have to be happy with the execution, and we have to work on making some shots.
Well, that's conditioning, timing, just, there's a lot of basketball to play this season yet.
And besides, when the other team has the Hakeem Olajuwon under the goal, it makes it very difficult to score.
He had a great game tonight. Second half, not much, but down the stretch, he made the big plays. Got them right back in the ball game.
I'll tell you, it's a game of 48 minutes. And the team that plays the best for 48 minutes is the team that's going to win. We had stretches where we didn't play well, but I think the stretches that we did play well overshadowed the bad stretches.
Clyde Drexler, our post-game guest. We'll come back with more on the post-game show straight ahead. The Blazers win 90-89. Let's look at our second half highlights.
Kenny Smith was with an outstanding all-around basketball game. Here's where he's driving right and shooting with the left hand, getting the defensive players off balance there. A very effective move mastered by Norm Nixon of the Los Angeles Lakers many years ago. Here's Kersey driving to his left, making the nice play. Kersey with an outstanding overall game. Jamerson with a very rude awakening in the NBA. My goodness, he was in for just a couple minutes and made numerous poor plays. For his sake, we hope he has a better career than his debut. Passing up open shot, that'll kill you every time. Wood played pretty well in a very difficult situation. The injury to Buck Johnson will hurt the Rockets in the early part of this season. Drexler had that tremendous physical advantage over anybody who was guarding him tonight, and he'll have that a lot this season, and the Blazers will do well to isolate him on the side and let him just go to the hoop. A great basketball player, one of the league's very best.
Clyde talked about the Blazer defense. Over about the last 18 minutes of the ball game, Houston scored only 16 points.
Olajuwon with a tremendous last couple minutes, but not much else in the second half that really led to the Houston collapse there in the second half.
Bill and I will return with final Computerland game stats after this. Portland wins the season opener 90-89, coming from 16 down. Let's look at our final Computerland fast stats.
Drexler with the huge game. Kersey did most of his damage in the first half. Ainge overall was just outstanding. Olajuwon with the big first half. Not much in the second except for those 6 straight points down the stretch.
Strong board effort by Jerome.
Surprising that overall rebounds, the Blazers were out-rebounded by 6.
And finally, though Portland didn't shoot well, you'll see the turnover column really made a key difference as the Blazers end up with the extra opportunities from the field and at the line.
Very poor,
making a difference.
Very poor three-point shooting by both teams.
Well, it wasn't necessarily pretty, Bill. 14 points for each team in the fourth quarter, but the Blazers end up winning it. It was a delight to have you back, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Great to be here, Pat. A win is a win. Come April, when they seed the teams for the playoffs, this will count just as much as any 20-point victory.
Join us on Tuesday night at 7:30, KOIN TV Channel 6 and the Trailblazer Network for the Portland Trailblazers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Thanks to all of you who joined us tonight. For as we like to say, without you out there, we're nowhere here. Now for our director, George Wash, Pat Lafferty and Bill Walton courtside saying good night from Portland's Memorial Coliseum.
Tonight's post-game show has been brought to you by True Value Hardware. You can do it with True Value Hardware stores. And by your local Chevy Geo dealers, the Portland Trail Blazers and the Chevy S10 Blazers, 2 proven winners.